All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. What's happening? Happy Monday morning. Another week. What do we got? The 27th, I think. Monday, the 27th. April is winding down. Bring on May, right? So, got a beautiful day today here in northern Maine. And yeah, clear skies, not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be a great day. Over to the house project, get a bunch of things done. Good morning, Paul Tarasuk. What's happening? Breaking her tape. Good one. Good person. Good first person in is what I was trying to say. Yeah, but you're a good person too. Shoot. What's going on? How are things on a scale of 1 to 10? Post it in the chat if you care to. Who else do you know that should be here this morning? Reach out to them, share it out. You guys that are watching this on the rewind, please share. We get a bunch of shares every day, bunch of comments. Whole bunch of people watch this. A lot of people watch it and don't comment or don't say anything, which is cool too. So thank you guys for your support. Coming in at an 8, says Paul. Good morning, Elizabeth from Natchez. What's happening? Yeah, it's going to be in the 60s, I think, again today. So that's cool. We like that. Had to put on a pair of shorts yesterday. get the tan going. What's up, Dad? How are you? Got the field mowed over there yesterday. Tried out the new 6-foot finishing mower deck. Kept it on high, made a couple passes. So I think it's going to work out really well. So I think I got 8 hours on that tractor already. Had it 2 days. Hey, we got to get to the 50-hour mark to get the service going. Okay, so I'm just trying to do what's right. Good morning, Dave Brackett. Yeah, our newest member of the Edge Live. So check out the Edge Live, guys, if you haven't already. Biggest bargain you'll find in the personal and business development space. Good morning, Andrea Gooch. How are you today? Yeah, we're a little banged up. Went over yesterday to tear the sunroom out. I call it a sunroom, but it's really some sort of not well-built man cave thingy under the deck that I can't wait to rip apart. And but we ended up getting tangled up. Paul, cover your ears. We had to cut up a pond liner, brand new pond liner that was folded up on a pallet. That thing must have been 40 by 60. I don't know what that was worth, probably $4,000 or $5,000, but not worth a damn thing sitting in our backyard for God knows how long in northern Maine where nobody's putting a pond in. So we ended up being able to drag it open and slice and dice it with some utility knives and get it to the point where I could lug sections of it into the bucket and dump it in the dumpster. So waste not, want not, I guess. But some things like that, they're of value to someone. Can't take it back. So it's gone. Too late. Check out Wendy's Reel. And that's done and over with, and I'm okay with it. But yeah, and some other things we've had to get rid of that just, sitting around. So anyway, 9.9, 3 days from our migration back to Maine. Well, good for you, Steve. Good to see you. Coffee's good this morning. But yeah, anyway, we got tangled up with that. And then by the time we got that taken care of, we cleaned out a bunch more stuff. And then I said, you know what? We're going to mow. I'm going to mow. And Wendy nuked the backyard, cut down all the weeds and growth. And then we got a plan to recontour the backyard, pull together. And so anyway, we got some things going over there. New progress every day. It's not always the progress we think we're going to make. So I'm getting an exercise and staying patient because I try to get everything done in one day on the same day. Yeah. Speaking of getting everything done, here's Bubba Hogan. Good to see you, my friend. Happy Monday. I hope you got a good week teed up. Nice to see you and John Maxwell hanging out together. That was pretty cool. So I'm sure you had a great time last week at that event. So love to hear about it. Guys, you hear me talk about accountability a lot lately. And today, in our quest to close that accountability gap, I want to talk about real accountability, not just the fake check-ins, like, hey, how you doing, bud? You staying on track? That's not real accountability, okay? Most of it's fake, really. It sounds good. It feels good, right? Yeah, I got some accountability. Got me an accountability partner, right? But oftentimes it doesn't really change anything. Okay. Like over the past few days, guys, we've talked about clarity and cadence and scoreboards and scorecards and standards and environment. And you are what you surround yourself with, all the things, right? Justin Katie, good morning, brother. Um, but we got to bring all that together with one word, accountability. And it keeps coming down to that. Okay. Not the watered down version that most people are used to. Like I said, the fake accountability. It sounds like, hey man, how did that go last week? Good morning, John Griffith. How are you? Or this accountability. Oh, all good. We'll get it next week. Stay on track, keep the fire, right? So doesn't work, right? Or this one, no worries, keep pushing. You weren't pushing, right? So, everybody feels good when we say those things, right? But nothing changes, okay? But the problem is there's no pressure, no expectation, and as a result, no follow through. Okay, so people stay comfortable, right? We don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, right? So comfort kills execution, right? Um, Real accountability is different. Good morning, Dustin. It's clear expectations. It's tracking what actually happened. It's honest conversations, and it's follow up. I have friends that they don't buy my excuses, right? They'll say right to me, "That sounds like an excuse." I'm like, "Yeah, I think it probably was." Right? Okay. Not to beat people up. We don't want to be beating people up, but to make sure they actually move forward. Okay. Here's what real accountability sounds like. Hey, Dustin, you said you were going to do this. Did you do it? Hey, Jess, no, you didn't do that. Why not? Hey, Paul. Oh, I understand what you're saying. You didn't get that taken care of. What's the plan to take care of it? That's real accountability. That's the stuff that's different, and that's the stuff that creates change. Okay. Wait, time out. Jubal Williamson just showed up. We have to stop and acknowledge that because Jubal's a good dude. I love you, man. I miss you. Glad to see you here. So, yeah, all of that weighs in on that accountability gap we're talking about, right? That's that area between what you know and what you do. Like, yeah, I know. Like, Jubal knows what he's got to do, but did he do it? Right? Does he have anybody in his life that says, "Hey, man, you said you were going to do that. Did you do it? Oh, you didn't? How come?" Just not being a jerk or anything, but just curious. Real accountability is what closes that gap. Okay, because now when you have that, you don't get to hide. There's no place to hide when you got people like this in your life. Tell you more about that in a minute. Okay. In the areas of my life where I started putting accountability in place, not just checking in, but actually being held to what I said, those areas improved. That's when things started to move faster. That's when I was like figuring out, hey, I think I might finally have the secret sauce here. Okay. Yeah, Elizabeth says having the guts to have those conversations, those hard conversations, not just the fluff, kick in the butt, not just a pat on the back, truth and love. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Jubal, glad to see you here. It's the call out along with the action plan to fix the problem. That's right. Well, Jess, I've used it as an example all week. Like we talked about follow up, and then we identified it as probably one of the constraints, right? But you went away with a plan. Now you're doing it. Okay, no plan, no action. Okay, do you guys have accountability in your life? Be honest. Or just having conversations that make you feel better. Some of that's okay, right? But know the difference, okay? Here's what I want you to think about. I usually say this every day. Who is holding you? Who's actually holding you to your word? And maybe it's your kids, right? Maybe it's you told your kids you were going to do something. You got to do it, right? If there's no one holding you to your word, like if the answer to that's no, that's probably the gap. There you go. So think about that a little bit today as you roll into this week, okay? And if you don't have that in place, get it in place. And there's a few ways to do that. I'll tell you about one of them in a minute. Wow, see that? Open loop. Have a good time. Those damn kids, Jess. Kids are great, right? They got all the answers to your technical issues. They can get your phone going, fix your computer, get rid of all your things on your desktop that keep popping up. Yeah, there's many, many uses for the children. So, yeah, guys, I hope this landed with you. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about stacking the days, all right? Because consistency over time, that's where everything compounds. That's where all this stuff that I've been talking about comes together, okay? Support feels good. Accountability drives results, okay? You can go to a support group if you want. That can be very comfortable and very good, okay? But if you want accountability, get in a room where people are holding you accountable, okay? Make sure you know the difference. That's a scrolling of comments not happening. They should be. Yeah, they're right on the screen. It's maybe it doesn't happen for people that have the Android. That and group conversations. Just kidding. Carve another couple of letters into that to that tablet of yours with you. I'm just kidding. He won't drink the Kool-Aid. He's not an iPhone guy. He's not an i guy. Anyway, just giving you a hard time. Shoot. Yeah, guys, get in a room where people want you to win. Speaking of which, we've just opened the Edge Live, all right? Just in the last couple of weeks. People that are on the cutting edge of this are getting in, okay? I just want to remind you. I'm going to remind you guys daily here for a couple of weeks so you get tired of it and finally join. But if you're listening to this and realizing, hey, I could use some accountability, more than just check-ins and conversations. That's why I built the Edge Live, okay? Because inside that community, we're not going to just ask you how things are going, okay? We're going to define what needs to get done. We're going to track it. We follow up on it. We're going to check back in with you, okay? Not to call you out or single you out in any way, just to help you move forward. Because even high achievers, even hard drivers need some accountability, okay? So if you want real accountability, not just good fluffy conversations, come join us in the Edge Live. All right, we'll pop the link in here in a little bit. Wendy's out running the hounds, getting them exercised for the day. So, guys, we'd love to have you on the inside. Oh, there's the link right there, just as I said it. Thanks, Wendy. So if you get tired of hearing about it, you probably need to be in it. That's right, Bubba. Exactly. Best darn bargain in the personal and business development space, I think, anyway. And I was reading somewhere that the other day when we were talking about sales, and it's easy to sell something if you really believe in it. And I really believe in it because everybody that's in it grows and gets accountability and says, I'm not leaving this. So hard questions with honest answers. That's right. Yeah. All working now. That's good. Yeah. Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes it glitches up a little bit. I'm streaming to 4 or 5 different platforms. So sometimes it takes a bit. So, Bubba, at least the second best. Bubba, did you fill your Pond Guy peer group? Is it full? If it isn't, post the link, would you? I'd love to help you. Bracket says facts. Yeah. How did you hit him, Dave, yesterday? What was Saturday? I think you played. What was your score? Be honest. Good morning, Amanda. Good to have you here. And guys, share this out. Like, who do you know that I need to know? Right? Was that Bob? Is that old John Maxwell line? Yeah. Who needs to be here? Share it out. Send it to him in a DM. Post it on your page. I dare you. Right? Or horrible 104. Oh, you only played 9. The dad joke thing is real. I dropped one the other day, a bad dad joke, and I'm like, oh no, I'm dropping dad jokes now. Oh, Dad, the mulligans. Yeah, he has multiple ways to get down to that 104. He employs the foot wedge, and when he gets in the rough, the little foot wedge, and then put my driver in timeout. Yeah. Yeah, he'll sometimes. Yeah, geez, I don't know. Did I have a 4 on that? Yeah, in the woods. You had 4 strokes in the woods. Well, I won't. I'll just knock that one away from the alligator there by the pond. We won't count that one. Shoot. Yeah, he never shoots below 100 when he's playing with anyone else, but boy, when he's by himself, doesn't he tear right into the 80s? Shoot. Nothing compares to the 205-yard 3-wood I picked right off the carpet last year. And Brackett, I think you witnessed that. So every once in a while, you have that shot in golf where you say, you know, maybe I won't sell the clubs. Maybe I'll play again someday. So anyway, great game. It's a great game. GC, here we go. You showed up, man. You showed up. Anyway, well, hey, we got work to do. We got to we'll take some before and after stuff for you today. And who knows, we could pivot when we get there, but I got a half a dozen Sawzall blades and an attitude, and that building's coming down, the one under the deck. Hopefully the deck doesn't come down with it, but some Einstein built this room under the deck after building the deck. So seemed like a good idea to them, but then I got this concrete slab that they built almost level with the exterior door to the basement. So that's got to go, because when water hits that, it'll just channel back into the house. So funny you should mention Clearwater, Dave. Don't make me get the medals out. Oh, shoot. Well, guys, have a great day. I appreciate you. Thanks for putting up with our shenanigans. We do have a good time. I hope in some way it brightens your day and gives you a little something to think about. Get some accountability in your life. We would love to have you with us in the Edge Live. Incidentally, we have our first call tomorrow night, a second call tomorrow night, 5 p.m. So we do 3 calls a month. One is business related, like sales, marketing, systems, processes, operations, how to lead better in your business, that kind of stuff. The second one is a personal development call. So we might talk about head trash. We might talk about imposter syndrome. We might talk about the things that help you show up better in life. And then in the third call, we're going to do what I call office hours. So we haven't done that one yet. So if you get in now, you'll be part of our founders circle. And that's the first 25 people in. There'll be special perks for you guys, one of which is frozen pricing for life. So price will never go up if you guys get in early. So, all right, Steve, Andrea, thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming. Your experience with Yard Busters coming into play. Yeah, I'll tell you the Yard Busters story another time. All right, guys, have a great day. I love you. Peace out. I'm gone.